Hi folks, welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. We just got back from quartzsite, and one thing we noticed while we were up there was it got down into the 30s at night, and we were pretty cold at night. Although you can bundle up and stay warm in bed, it's when you get up in the morning that gets cold. So we decided to invest in this buddy heater. So we ordered one from Amazon, and I'm going to unbox it today. I've never owned one before, so let's see what we have inside. Oh, look at that. They got instructions right up front there. We don't need those, do we? I got YouTube. All my friends on YouTube showed me how to run these things. So here we have some nice packaging. We'll set this box over here. It's all wrapped up in plastic. Oh, look at that. Now this is a 5,000 to 8,000 BTU. And it says it's good for indoor operation, which is what we're looking for. Okay, so we got everything unboxed, and don't tell anybody, but I'm reading the instructions because I guess it's a good idea for safe operation. It says basically some people cannot smell very well, so if you smell the odor of propane, you got to be careful with that. Make sure you don't smoke around this, especially if you smell any of the slightest gas odor. This is good for using indoors or outdoors. They say it possibly, if it's windy, it can blow out the flame, so you have to be aware of that. It says if you're operating this thing at high altitudes above 7,000 feet elevation, and a lot of us are up in the mountains, but not generally in the winter, that it can turn off intermittently also. So here we go, talking about lighting it and then installing the gas bottle. So I've got one of these 1 pound gas bottles, and I'm going to go ahead and install that here. Okay, I guess you have to kind of push it to get it to start threading. So now it's threading in, and this thing rotates, I see. So I've got to thread it in tight and then drop down. And then now I smell a little bit of propane, so we'll wait for that to clear, as part of installing that bottle. And then how do you turn it on? So there's a switch over here, and I see off, pilot, low, and high. And there's drawings in here that show that. So here, lighting operating instructions. Make sure you have a good LP bottle in there. Make sure it's in the upright position. Make sure the 4-position knob is in the off. Swivel the bottle in, screw the bottle in, check the cylinder connection for leaks. Turn the control knob counterclockwise to pilot position and depress to light. So I'm going to pilot and I'm pushing it down to light. If heater does not light, hold down for approximately 30 seconds, release and depress again. Repeat until pilot lights. After pilot lights, hold down for 30 seconds to 60 seconds and then release knob. So I'm not hearing anything. And the pilot light, looks like the pilot light is right down here. So, okay, I just wasn't in the right. Okay, so there's a clicker there that lights. So I'm waiting. there it goes. So I see a blue flame down there now. Maybe you can see it. So the flame is on, and so we have to wait 30 to 60 seconds so that that pilot light stays on. So you could see the blue flame right down there. Okay, I'm going to release it. Okay, so the pilot light is still on. So let me show you real quick. There it is. Now see, I tipped it and the pilot light went out. That's a safety feature on these things, that if you tip them over, it will turn them off. So I turned it back on. The pilot light is lit again. Now, let me get this box away from the heater. You don't want any paper or anything flammable in front. So I put it on low, and talking to Roy and Becky's Travels, they said to always start it on high when you first turn it on. So I've got it. I'm going to put it on high, and boy, I can already feel the heat coming off of it. So that's probably 8,000 BTUs right there. So it seems like you want to make sure you don't have anything flammable above, because it really puts off a lot of heat. I got my hand up here a foot away, and I can hardly keep my hand there. Right here. So it looks like you've got to have pretty good clearance around this thing. But boy, it puts some heat out. And again, I've got it on the 1 pound bottle. So I'm going to turn the light off here. And you can see that thing is really putting some good heat out. Well, I think we're going to like this thing. Now, I'm going to hook it up to a 20-pound bottle. And I think I have an adapter for that. I understand that's the best way to run these things when you're, especially if you're trying to run them all night long. I don't smell any propane. But they do say that you should crack a window if you're using this inside. So we'll certainly do that. All right, I'm going to let it run for a while, and then maybe we'll try it on a 20-pound bottle and see what happens. Okay, so I've done quite a bit of testing with this Buddy heater with the 1 pound bottles, and it works pretty good. It doesn't last a long time. If you buy the new bottles that are full, then you can get a few hours out of them, which is good. If you refill your bottles using this adapter that I bought off of Amazon a couple years ago, you can only fill these about half full, and they last even less. They do work though. I think what the best solution is, I just bought this adapter that goes on a 20-pound tank. Which I'm going to try out. So I think for camping, especially if you're going to use this heater in a clam or a tent, the 20-pound larger tank seems like a better solution. Now, I paid about $20 for this adapter on Amazon. They're not real expensive. And we'll try it out here. See how it works. So it's got two ends. It's got the big end for the tank here. You got to make sure you got the valve turned off. I'm going to screw this on here. There's a plastic cap on the end of this one, which I'll take off right there. And so that's the same connector. It's on the green bottles. So let's try it. Move this over. I'm going to take this bottle off. This just unscrews. This is one that I filled up that's half full. And then this one, you can see here, it just screws on here. See how easy it goes on. Yeah, it's really easy. Okay, just hand tight. That's nice. Okay, so I have this guy on off. I'm going to turn the valve on and then go to pilot light. There we go. I have a pilot light on. Wait a few seconds for that. And then going to high. That's hard to see out here. I think it just blew out. It's hard to see out here in the sun, but I think this is going to work out to be a better solution. This, instead of lasting a few hours, I think we'll be able to last a few days with this. So I'll do some testing and we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video. I really like this Buddy heater. I think it's going to work out great for us. We'll see you next time.